I started over in hardcore Minecraft, going from 500 days all the way down to day 1 in a brand new world with a single goal: fall back in love with Minecraft. My first couple days on the world was spent setting up a little base area and exploring the world. I'm sorry, is that a pillager outpost? Like less than 100 blocks from my village? But now that we're a little bit situated, I find myself wanting a starter base and missing my old iron farm. So I figured I'd build one. And I kidnapped a couple villagers to do it. And actually it appears that one of my villagers turned into a zombie overnight and died. RIP. He will be missed. Maybe we should save his rotten flesh. Okay, that does unfortunately mean we need to get another villager. Luckily, there's a couple over here. Hey, buddy. Can I have you? Let's lure this guy back over to our other villagers before he gets himself killed as well. Alright, with all 3 of our villagers in a boat and a chicken watching on, he's the project manager, we're going to build a day 1 iron farm, specifically the one by ENX04. However, we do need to choose a suitable location and not fall into that hole. So I picked out this flat area over here, which means we need to move these guys over here. That way they don't die like our first villager. And then build the farm, which is actually pretty easy. It's mostly just digging a little hole, placing down a couple beds, some slabs, trapdoors, a boat, staircasing back up, and then digging a kill pit for the golems. Then we just have to load in the villagers, trick a zombie down the tunnel, and let him scare them to get the iron farm kicked off. By the way, thank you so much for all the support on the first video in this hardcore series where I explained my intentions with falling back in love with Minecraft, and for all the nice comments. It actually really means a lot. This iron farm is going to be really handy. Because we're in the spawn chunks, it's going to stay running pretty much forever, which means we're going to get a constant supply of iron. Even though it's not going to be super efficient, it will be enough to satiate me, at least for the early days of this world. Which means it's now time to move on to the starter base build. Although actually, let me craft up a hopper, so this is actually collecting materials and it's not just sitting on the ground. I have so much junk in my inventory. I don't need granite, I don't need flowers. Alright, let's just get our hopper in place, somehow break our iron farm, and try our hardest not to die here. Okay, let me just get out of here safely, collect up a couple of these oak trees, clear out my inventory a little bit, and get an actual collection system going. Alright, and that should be our iron farm totally done. That literally took a single Minecraft day, which is why it's one of my favorite farms ever. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, but it is by ENX04, and I have them linked down below. Also, thanks to Celeste MC, who recommended building one of the starter farms from my starter farm videos. This is the farm that my iron farm is based off of, so I'll count it as doing a comment. Be sure to leave a comment letting me know if you have something you want to see me do next. I might do it, but I might not. But that means it's time to move on to the starter base, which I'm going to put right about here. Wait a second, I don't have any blocks. I might need to go mining to fix that. But first, let me craft up a little bit more armor so I don't die immediately. Full iron and the sound of metal golems dying. There isn't anything better. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna head down into this cave to start with because it looks like I need a little bit of deep slate and a whole lot of cherry wood. And to not die by this creeper. Oh my god, there was another creeper behind me. Okay, yikes. Let's focus on getting deep slate. I'm safe in a dead-end cave, so I'm gonna grab some deep slate, some cherry wood, some cherry leaves, and some oak wood. Okay, so after a little bit of stripping and crafting, I think we have all the materials we need. Alright, this should be all my materials with absolutely no organization whatsoever, so it's time to build this starter base. And I think we're going to do it in the form of a time lapse. So, let's get into it. So part of the whole falling back in love with Minecraft thing I've got going on means that I'm going to try to go out of my comfort zone a little bit in Minecraft just to get some new experiences under my belt. Which is why I'm actually building a starter base and not just digging a hole in a mountain, putting a border on it, and slapping some glass on it. It's also why I'm using this pink color palette, which I decided to do because of cherry blossoms in 1.20, and my brother Josh helped me plan out a couple of the building details. I've linked his channel down below, but that looks like we're actually just about done with the house. Except for one major thing. I don't have any windows. We should fix that. Also, that took like more days than you'd think. So, if I want windows, I need to A, clear my inventory, and B, find some sand. So I believe I saw some water over this way. Well, it's not quite a desert, but there's definitely sand here. Luckily, I don't need a whole lot, just enough for a couple windows, so this should do the trick. Alright, I got a little over 2.5 stacks, and I broke my shovel, so that will have to be enough. Let me just smelt it all up. Will a blast furnace work? The answer is no. And while we're waiting for all that to smelt, let's try luring a couple of these cows into our animal pen here. Hey buddy, do you want to be trapped forever? Almost there. Come on, don't get stuck on the trapdoor. And there you go. Welcome to your new home. Forever, basically. Are there any others? You? He knows I'm looking at him. Okay, we don't really need chickens in here. Do I see any other cows? Aha! But the sun's about to go down, so let's check on our glass. Okay, 17 and 24. Not horrible. How many glass panes will that get us? Ooh, stack and a half. That actually should do it. There is literally another cow right here, actually. Come here, bud. Wait a second. Did I leave the cow pen open? I did, because I'm a silly fool who forgot I didn't have glass here. How about you stay in here this time, alright? While we get our glass into all the other areas, like right here. Alright, now that the windows are in, I really like the look of this house. This is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I think it came together really well. I do eventually want to put some moss on the top floor instead of just dirt, and we currently don't have a floor or an interior, but we can fix that in a little bit. Because folks, we actually have ourselves a starter house now, and it came together really well. Let me just path it out a little bit. And yeah, I think that looks really cool. It did take me a while to do though. Most of that was resource gathering, but I'm a bit of a slow builder because I don't have a whole lot of practice at it. But yeah, let me know what you think about the house. I really like how it looks. I do want to get it filled out, but we'll do that next video. I do want to get a couple more cows and sheep in there as well. Folks, if you've enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll enjoy this one right here. I've been Speaker 4. This has been a basically episode 2 of the hardcore series, Falling Back in Love with Minecraft. If you want to help support the channel, you can like, subscribe, or become a channel member. I've been Speaker 4, and I will catch you on the flip side. By the way, leave some comments down below saying what you think I should do next, okay? Alright, I do need to clean up this little starter area though now. That's a problem for future me. That sucker.